God is not nice. He is not this fruity, sweet, always pleasant person. And this is highly misunderstood. You might go to church or you might read about the Bible. And Jesus says, when your enemy persecutes you, turn the other cheek. How many times should I turn the other cheek, Lord? His disciples said to him. 7 times 77. This is out of context. You are not supposed to be a pacifist, weak, wallowing person. You are supposed to be fierce. And you are supposed to be strong, but at the right time. This is key. Maybe you have been taught that you should always treat others well and that you should always be good to other people, no matter what. This is not what God does. Aren't we supposed to be like God? Now, many people expect that when anything important is supposed to be done, it's for the government to do. They're the ones in control of force, right? You know, there's many places in the world where there is no government. There is no police. There is no military. What do those people do? What is their role to play? If you're a thoughtful person, you would say it's their responsibility to take care of themselves, right? So let's read and let's look at this, because this will help you in your ability to grow and to be, a higher person. First, let's take a look at, where should we go? I want to say Ecclesiastes. No, let's do what Jesus said first. So this is in Luke 22:36, and it says, "Then said he unto them, But now he that hath purse, let him take it, and likewise his scribe, and he that hath no sword, let him sell his garment and buy one. For I say unto you that this that is written must ye be accomplished in me. And he was reckoned among the transgressors, for the things concerning me have an end. And they said, Lord, behold, here are 2 swords. And he said unto them, it is enough." Right? So if you have another tunic or you have other things, you need to balance out your life, right? You have abundance. You don't want to just have your positive traits. You want to have your negative traits applied correctly, okay? You want to have a sword, a weapon. You want to be fair and good to those who are fair and good. You want to be harsh, and you want to be just with those who deserve it, right? Now, when Jesus spoke about turning the cheek, this is important to think about. Why did he say turn the other cheek? And it is important to do that at the right time. Jesus said that the meek will inherit the earth. The meek are not weak. Meek, by definition, you may have heard this, is somebody who is strong but withholds it when he needs to, right? You need to be reserved because you have a purpose in being strong. You're not a tyrant. Your strength is to help, okay? This is very hard. In the time we're in right now, I'll just say it, we're very feminized. We're out of balance with our genders. This goes for most of the world right now. The female has dominated, which there are good things to being feminine. It's very important. But if you don't act the proper way at the proper time, you will have a lot of pain. The female is associated with the Leviathan, a horrible beast that destroys all, right? Because there's no order in the feminine. All right. Now, what does this mean for you? Let's put this in practical terms in your day-to-day. You have to learn how to stand up for yourself when it's appropriate. You are witnessing yourself from the inside. And when you are watching yourself, what are you telling yourself if all you ever do is grovel to other people and you don't stand up for what is correct? You're telling yourself you're weak. You're telling yourself that you don't have anything because you don't have inner abundance. You don't believe in yourself because you think you're not enough. So therefore you don't stand up. You don't think you're capable of weathering a storm. You don't think that you're able to get through something hard. So you don't do anything. You just act nice. I think nice is the word for stupid in Old English. I've been nice before. It's not good. If you want to stand for truth, which will align you with God, then you have to stand against lies, right? This is for you. And I'm going to try and make this even more direct and more practical. How about a very simple? We'll start with something pretty tame, right? If you're standing in line at a store and you've been waiting in line at a store, there's many people, they've all patiently gotten in their spot and waited. But last second, somebody comes in, there's a gap between you and the next in line, and they swoop in, right? What do? Did they just not notice? Do they have like a lot going on? Do they have like 3 kids and they're rushing, they're on their cell phone and they're just, maybe in a desperate spot? You need to say something. You are the enforcer of justice because you are a co-heir to a throne. Let's say, okay, if you are from God, then you are of God. So therefore, you have the responsibilities. Whom in little is trusted, much will be given. It's the small things. Now, you're not going to do anything completely over the top. What you should do with this person who cuts in front of you in line, you say, "Excuse me, I was here first. I've been waiting. You need to go to the back of the line." That simple. Don't apologize for it. Don't try to minimize it. Just say it very simple, very straight. And you'll notice this. This is what's interesting. If you are not in a place of abundance and you are not in a place of thinking you have plenty, when it comes time for you to be an aggressor, as you should, you'll feel anxiety over this. You'll feel, well, maybe I shouldn't do that. Maybe I'm being rude, or I don't know what they're going through, etc., etc. They are being rude, whether through not paying attention or they just don't care. You are not helping that person who's cutting in line by allowing them to do this. You're not being loving towards them. You are helping them perpetuate a behavior of negativity because they themselves are not in abundance. If they feel they have to take your time like that, it says that they themselves don't have the time. They feel like they don't have the time. They feel like they are in scarcity. this topic bothers me a lot. It's for very dark reasons. If the powers that are negative, the powers of, we'll say it's evil, wants to tear down creation, they need to neuter you. They need to make you weak. It needs to make you weak. All right, let's do. You may think that this is inappropriate, but look, God Himself is fierce when He needs to be fierce, and very forgiving when He needs to be forgiving. If someone is workable and someone is willing to change, then you can work with that and give grace. But if they are stubborn, if they do not see the error of their ways, they do not want to change, then you must give them the fair punishment or justice, right? And in the being in line thing, you call them out. If they refuse, you go to the person at the register. Excuse me, Mr. Register person. This person cut in front of me. I don't think that you should serve them first. You should allow me to check out. You'll be very surprised. A lot of people will very quickly all stand up for you in this situation because you have truth on your side. Okay. I don't know how much more I should hammer in on this, but let's give an example. God will send people to hell. If you want to talk about harsh, it doesn't get any harsher than that. But also, He lets people into heaven. It doesn't get any nicer than that. It has to be appropriate. Okay. 1 Samuel 15:3. Now go attack the Amalekites and totally destroy all that belongs to them. Do not spare them. Put to death men and women, children and infants, cattle and sheep, camels and donkeys. That's intense. It doesn't get any more intense than that. So this is really not about the outer world. This is about your inner world. This is about your soul, right? Let's call it your inner self. This is about you need to be in a place of abundance, and you need to be against scarcity, right? You need to, from your internal perspective, be so abundant. You need to have so much in your inner self, right, that you are not afraid. You're not afraid of death. You're not afraid of harm. You're not afraid of your own loss. You want your environment to be abundant. And sometimes you have to push out that scarcity in the world, in your world. And you have to apply this to yourself too. You have to be harsh on yourself sometimes. Yeah. I don't think we should, what should we do here? This is a big verse. People, this one can be, this one will cause you to be afraid when you think these things. A lot of people, if you're in a state of scarcity, you'll be afraid to address this, and you'll want to call these things as a practice that's not for you. It's not your place to be the one to enforce justice or the one to be aggressive. You're going to say that's the government's job. That's the authority figure's job. That is the person in charge's job. If you say that, you are saying to yourself, you have no authority and no authority over your life and your inner self and are in scarcity. You are the authority. think there's anything else for me to say here. If people, you must stand up for yourself and stand up for others in life. It's one and the same. But when it's just, be good to those who are good. Extend grace to those who have potential, and you don't always know who that is. Start with good, and if they reply with negative, then you reply with negative. This is scientifically how this works as well. It's called game theory. Tit for tat. Look it up. Very real. All right, guys. Hey, give me your thoughts. This one is an interesting one, and there's a lot more to it. Let me know what you think. Bye.